Yo guys, it's D0XT here, and in this video, we're going to be talking about hoarding apples on Roblox. I'm kidding guys, we're actually going to be talking about hoarding limiteds on Roblox. I'm going to be honest, this video has a lot of valuable information since hoarding can make so much profit if you do it correctly. Many of the best traders on Roblox with over 10 million value have used hoarding to gain it. I haven't had the most experience in this topic, so we're going to be talking to an expert known as D0XT who has had many successful profits using this method. Alright, let's do an interview. Now we're with the man, the myth, the legend, D0XT. You know, he's like a really good projected trader. So we're gonna ask him the first question. What is hoarding?
Hoarding, it's pretty much like, so there's two different types of hoarding in my opinion. There's demand hoarding and then there's rare hoarding. Rare hoarding is like pretty much when you try and take away a rare circulation in order for it to like go up and make profit off of, while demand hoarding is pretty much just like investing in like an item. So where like if you think this demand item has potential, you hoard it and then pretty much just get profit from that. But I guess like the simple explanation is literally just like getting 2 or more copies of a certain item. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much what hoarding is, like for simple terms.
Okay, let's explain more about what he's saying. So you see Playful, it's a demand item, and I own 5 of those, so it's technically I'd say like a mini hoard. So me owning this demand item will not really make an effect to its value since there's 10,000 available copies. But I'm basically investing in it, hoping it'll go up because I see potential in the item. For example, let's say I really like this face and I think it looks really good. I think it's one day going to be 80k since people really do like the face on Roblox. So that's basically demand hoarding. You can't really impact the value too much unless you own a large percentage of copies. But over here, you know, there's 10,000 and I only own 5. So basically, I'm just going to hope it goes up. Every time it goes up by 5k, I will gain 25k. But with rares, it's different. Here's a rare, for example, Baroma Guardian. Guys, let's say I somehow got 7 out of the 10 premium copies. This would increase the value and the rarity of the item because I would be hoarding it and looking for more. This would make people rush to own this item and they'd probably offer big overpays since I am owning 7 out of the 10 copies. And I am looking for more. Why do people hoard?
Well, people hoard. Sometimes like it's for fun. Like people can just hoard something for fun. Like it's not like intended for profit.
Example of an item that's been hoarded for fun is the DaVinci Copter. There's 155 available copies and the DVC hoard account owns 50, and these are not for trade forever. D0XT said that he wanted to hoard this item because, you know, it gives him nostalgia, and back in the day, he remembers seeing DaVinci Copter get hyped up. I don't think he's ever going to be trading any of them away.
It's also like hoarding for memes. Like there's like some stupid item, like say like HMR.
And see, look, horror movie reject for 7.5k wrap. Why would I do that? Horror movie reject is worth 10 million. I'm the richest Roblox player, believe me. It is worth 10 million.
You know, something crazy about this is from Zizza mentioning the horror movie reject so many times and saying it's so OP, it actually got valued. Like, look at this. It went from 7k to 6k to 7k and then eventually got devalued. Well guys, I decided to ask him what hoards he had owned and what are some of your hoards and how was it collecting them? And when did you start hoarding? Wow.
But I guess like the hoards that I have right now, like in
Dude, I
terms
still don't know how you afford all of these.
that
His reply was a bit crazy. It was a whole list.
I have the Neon Green Crazy Crown times 31 hoard. Hold on. So Neon Green Crazy Crown right now, it currently has 41 total copies, and I own 31 out of all of them. And then Chaletsky owns 3, and Zalib owns 1. So it's more like 31 out of like 37, really. It's not really like, you know. But I own that, and it's actually the second biggest hoard on all of Roblox right now, second to some shitty elephant hoard.
Yeah. Wow.
No, the Neon Green Crazy Crown one, that was like a bit tough to do. I started off with I think 11 of them from WoW. I actually originally collected Neon Green Crazy Crown back in 2018. It didn't even have a value at the time. It was like shit 9k wrap. And okay, so actually I owned it back in like I think late 2017. I just got it for like 6k wrap off this retard, and pretty much like it was so bad. And I had it for like a week, and I decided to make this outfit out of it, and I actually kind of liked it.
Yep.
And I ended up trading it, and I always wanted to get more in the future. And so like when I had more value, like I had like 1 mil at the time, back in 2018 or whatever, and I just decided to hoard 10 of them. Just because green is actually my favorite color, and I just like Neon with Crazy Crown, and it was rare. It only had like 40 something total copies, but it was still like total dog shit. And I hoarded 10 of them, and I had the hoard for like maybe 2 months, and I ended up just trading them all, and I actually got its first ever value on Rollimons and on RBX Rocks at the time.
So now how much would someone offer for a neon green Crazy Crown since you hoarded it?
Okay, so when I originally started hoarding it, it was like 110. Well, actually, no, it was 110k value in Rollimons. It was 150 on MRGA, but it got like 160, 180. Like it was pretty good. And now that I have the hoard, you can't even get it for 1 mil. So I've had 2 offers for 800k. People will offer me 800k on it twice, and I've turned that down twice now. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not interested in really trading in copies.
Docs had sentimental value towards hoarding neon green Crazy Crown. I'm sure that made it a lot more fun. Guys, maybe I should hoard my first item, which was the Arachnophobia. But I don't think that's gonna really go up anytime soon. What makes a good hoard?
You can actually, like, any hoard, in my opinion at least, any hoard can be successful, at least any rare item hoard. Like, demand hoards won't always be successful because, like, there's so many copies to where, like, even if you hoard, like, a shit ton of them, like, it most likely won't go up. But, like, any, like, rare hoard or just random item hoard, like, it can be really successful in my opinion. Like, you can almost have a successful hoard every time, as long as you play your cards right. A lot of it is all just planning, in my opinion. Like, in order to make, like, a really good hoard, you gotta, like, plan it out, like, really well. Like, you gotta have, like, a goal in mind. So, like, say, like, I was to hoard Super Happy Face. I wanted to get, like, I would just set myself to a goal. I'd say, like, 50 Super Happy Face is my goal. And I would just aim for that. And just, I'd get, like, so for demand items, like, one of the best things to do is to get, like, a wide variety of, items to send for, actually. Like, you should have, like, a shit ton of items to where you can have, like, a lot of people figure out offers, because with demand hoards, like, you're usually gonna have, like, a lot of people who only want, like, demand item people, like, people with demand items, they're usually really picky when it comes to items. So, like, if you're gonna be hoarding, like, some demand item, you'll usually want to have, like, a wide variety, like, of ranges of items, like, to offer them, I guess. So, like, pretty much everything in all aspects just offer the certain person to hoard. But I guess that's a good thing for demand hoarding, I guess. But I don't know. A lot of it just, like, it all depends on the planning. Like, you want to have, like, you want to make sure you have the value to pursue the hoard. Like, you want to set your stuff to a certain goal.
Alright guys, well, let's do an example. So let's say I want to pursue the hoard of Crybaby. And you know, it's at 30,000 value right now, and I think in the future it's gonna hit 60,000 because I'm seeing pretty nice growth in its graph. Like, you know, right here I'm seeing, you know, it's getting nice spikes. Its value's been going up slowly, but I think after some time it's gonna be way higher. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna give 32k per copy since it's 30k right now, and I'm gonna have to overpay, and I'm gonna aim for 50 of them. So in total, to get this whole hoard, I'm gonna need 1.6 million value, and I'm gonna hold it until it gets to 60k. And then once it gets to 60k, I will trade off all the copies. So if I do 50, which are 50 copies we have, times 60, those copies will be worth 3 million. And we took away how much I spent, which was 1,600,000. And in total, we make 1.4 million value. Hoarding definitely takes some patience and good judgment, and especially good planning. What's a good value to start hoarding at?
Honestly, I'd say, like, for a starter value to start hoarding, I'd at least say 100k.
Yeah.
Because you want to always have value to be actively trading with. Like, you never want to have all your value in hoards. Like, one of the reasons why you never want to have all your value in hoards is because, say, like, you have, like, a rare hoard.
Yeah.
And that said rare gets comped, like, 5 times. You want to have, like, some value to spare to get those comped copies. How I see circulation, like a lot of people don't see circulation like I do for rares. So it's kind of grouped into 4 different categories. There's total copies, which is like the amount of total copies that the rare item has. So that's like, it's not like what it shows is the available, it's like just all the copies in general. And then there's actively traded copies, which like that's like the actively trading like circulation. That's what people call like circulation on a rare. Just like the actively like the copies that are being actively traded among traders is what like the trading circulation is. And then there's inactive / comparable copies.
Yeah.
Or there's just people who don't trade. Like there's actually like if you try and contact like a lot of the old rare owners, like you can most likely figure out something with them. Which that's like actually how I got like a few of the Young Crazy Crowns. Like I just kind of like messaged inactive owners, like people who didn't really trade that were still active on Roblox.
Yep.
And I was still able to trade them or whatever. So like no rare really is never out of circulation. Like if you're hoarding a rare, I always recommend going to the copies that like aren't being actively traded. Like if you find the owners is online, you can most likely try and figure out something with them.
Well guys, that was a lot of info indeed. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you learned anything new in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are the best. Lord RK out.